Yeah, and I think it's probably, good to just have some refreshers around good debt and bad debt,
Hmm.
right? Like, yeah, those terms get thrown around a lot, and I think in its simplest form, um, you know, debt is actually good. But if you go to like on a Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman or some of these people and they say get out of debt, what they're really talking about is the people that don't understand it. And you're call it your W-2 person. But debt is a powerful leverage compound. It can compound for you. So bad debt would a great example of bad debt would be like a new car.
Hmm.
Let's say $100,000 car where you put 5 grand down, 10 grand down, 20 grand down. You pick a number and you finance the other. Let's say let's call it 90 grand, and it doesn't really even matter what the rate is. What's that car worth? Like as they always say, when you drive it off the lot, it's worth a lot less. Okay, we know that. Okay, with some rare examples. Most of the time, when you drive a car off the lot brand new, that is what we would call a depreciating asset. Now, if you're going to hold on it for 10 years and pay it off, and who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? But if you're planning on rolling this car every 2 or 3 years, like a lot of people do, and they upgrade, or maybe even on a lease, you're always going to be behind the eight ball. That is a depreciating asset. Same thing with a brand new TV. The minute you buy that TV, it's worth. You're not going to sell it a year later, right? So those are depreciating assets. On the other side of that, appreciating assets would be things that other people pay off for you, using debt to put cash flow in your pocket, and so it's a very very different thing to take a look at, right?
Yeah, because you can have a lot of debt, but as long as it's good debt, you're still in a good position. I mean, Ken has a lot of debt. I have a lot of debt, but it's more, what's your net worth after the debt, right? And so a car's not adding to your net worth. Buying a nice TV is not adding to your net worth. And a lot of people get stuck in this cycle of trying to prove they made it before they made it. And they get stuck in a bad debt cycle. And that is like the number one way to kill your chance of ever being wealthy.
And I think probably the easiest way to cut through all this is to say, who's paying it off?
Hmm.
That's it. Is it you or is it someone else? And if you just draw the line there and say, I'm paying off all this debt personally, then you're probably a little bit more financially burdened than others. So